What's going on, everybody? If you're watching this as a video, welcome in. Of course, we just started the live, so a lot of people are not going to be present. So, um, we are just chilling. I got to do a little life update. So that's really what it is. So I'm going to explain it right now for those that are watching this as a video, and for people that are going to be coming live, I'm going to probably reiterate. So if you hear me reiterate, it's probably because I'm live. So right now, I am currently. Where am I? I can't even tell you exactly where I am, but I am currently right now. Right now, I'm in a recreation center in North Chicago, predominantly white, but I don't mind it because they're cool. They're actually really cool. Somebody gave me well, let me calm down. Like somebody gave me let's say some green, and it was nice. It was like too fat. Like I filled up two. He gave me like a bag, some green in it, and like two hemp wraps. Hemp wraps are pretty big. So like I rolled up two fat hemp wraps. I still got like a little bit left. Anyways, like he gave it to me, and I think maybe because he thought I was attractive or something. How they goes. I actually dropped a video about it, but. So that was weird, very weird to be honest. Um, Not that wasn't weird, but what was weird was just like I don't even know. Anyways, I kind of wish I could have conserved it better because I probably could have, but I consumed it all. I did, and I bought some liquor last night. I bought some brandy. I might start drinking brandy again. It's like a French. It's basically a distilled wine. So I love wine, and I do love liquor. But I had to like do a lot of research, and I think whiskey. Her whiskey is really bad for like hangovers, and since it comes from like barley and wheat and all that, so definitely brandy comes from grapes, so fruit it's more natural. So in that regard, so I'm like, man, let me go ahead and start drinking that. So I was probably gonna start drinking brandy, switch it up a little bit, like a brandy, mixed with some citrusy fruit like flavors, works out pretty well. But anyways, yeah, got a little bit left. I like apple brandy. That's what I like. So, and brandy is basically. I didn't know that Hennessy was brandy or cognac or whatever. So, and that's why I'm like, okay, that's why black people love Hennessy. So right now, I guess I'm chilling. Uh, I know you're probably wondering why it's so quiet. Let's hear. What's going on, Kufu? What's up? We just chilling. A little life update is all. Nothing really much for this presentation. We just hanging out, chilling. What's going on, everybody? Right now, we're basically at a recreation center in North Chicago, and yeah, you're probably wondering why it's so quiet. Like literally, I'm gonna walk around a little bit. I am the only person right now, which is kind of scary. Cause I just watched The Conjuring last night for some reason. Let me show you. Like I'm literally the only person here right now. Dang, you can't see the glare. Glare's killing it. But yeah, it's like a ballroom disco ball right there. Until we find somebody else here. I'm the only person here, which is weird because it was open. I came in, I went to use the restroom, came out, and the door was locked. And then there's nobody here. And it does have like an old school vibe. Like, let's see, it's the kitchen. That's all my stuff right there. Yeah, we're in like North Chicago. Isn't it given like insidious? Like especially like we're here. Like this is like really creepy. I thought somebody was here because I swear, security room. You're like, okay, I know somebody was here. That door wasn't open. You see what I'm saying? Like that door was not open, guys. That's pretty creepy. That door was not open. I don't even want to go up there. It's just a really old building. It's kind of creepy looking, right? Like those doors were open. I came in here, right? I walked in here. I went to the restroom, of course, the neutral restroom. And then, like, I heard somebody come through this door and then nothing. And then I'm like, okay, this is weird. And it's supposed to be a recreation center. Now, this is my second recreation center I've been to since I've been here. And it's always kind of like this, like nobody's here at all. And we're not that far away from the airport. You know, it's probably less than like a 10-minute drive, really, from the airport, which is crazy. You would think like there should be people around here. I mean, what's today? Monday? It is Monday, so probably people are at work or whatever. But still, you know, I don't know if y'all remember those lives I used to do at the Houston Community Center back in Texas. But you saw how many people were outside. Like it was a lot of people. You know, Colorado had a lot of people. Here it's just dead. Really kind of old school though, right? Kind of has an old school vibe. Yeah, I'm sure charging my phones and whatnot. The crazy thing is, what if I never got in here? That would have really sucked. Hmm. Yeah, we're just chilling, guys. Right across the street from the elementary school. I don't know. I'm not chilling here until, I can't chilling here. I'm chilling, and it's weird because the sign outside even says Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You know, what time is it now? Like 1 or 2 o'clock? It's ridiculous. It's just so weird. And you see cars outside. Like, where is everybody? Somebody must have went upstairs, and that is so creepy. And I know they heard me in the restroom. I know they had to. The water was running. It's almost 2 o'clock. Yeah, we're just eating some scavenger hunting food that we found. Of course, I guess you could say Dunkin' Donuts. Shit. That's what I've been. I heard they have a lot of Dunkin' over here. What's going on, Aaron? I can't pronounce your name. Quinn. Okay. Strawbony. Are you a fan of Pootie Tang? Starring Chris Rock? I am not really. I didn't really watch it, but my brother used to watch BET movies, and yeah, that was on a lot. But I've seen like clips of it. Pretty funny. Pretty funny stuff. I'm sorry. I'm a little scared because like literally, I was watching The Conjuring last night. Yeah, it's a little life update. I like Chicago right now. I think it's actually really nice. It's actually really nice. I had a little trouble the other day dealing with some homeless guys. There's always a whole bunch of black guys, usually dark skinned. You could tell they're really young. They're always in their 20s. You could tell. Super skinny. And I don't know how to explain this. They just sit in corners. like the corners like of intersections or whatever, and just are just lingering. I don't know how to describe it, but they all always look the same. From Houston to Chicago, it's like you always get that. But Chicago to me, it's like it's a really weird city. Like being here is like, how do I put this? I get like the vibe of Houston when it comes to like minding your own business. People are like not horrible. I mean, who gave me some money? A lot of money actually. I got like $40 separately between like two different people. But yeah, which is like, I mean, I guess I'm not mad at them or anything. It's just, hey, like, I don't really need it, but I guess I do. Anyways, I'm rambling. I don't really don't know. It's just being here in Chicago is nice. Like, I haven't had any, like, Colorado was so damn bad. That's all I can say. Colorado was so bad. It's dry. It gets cold at night. It gets hot during the daytime. Uh, like, there's just a lot of crazy homeless people there. A lot. People in general are always outside. So like you never get a chance to really be by yourself, you know? Versus here, like nobody cares that you're there. Like nobody in general cares. Um, but I've had a lot of people hit on me like already as a trans woman. I've had a couple of people hit on me. But like at least they know how to do it, you know? Like I don't know here. I think the guys in Chicago, their raise a little more better than it was when I was in Colorado. Colorado was just like, yeah, oh my god, like, Colorado was like, oh, like you're supposed to be treated like shit, like you know what I mean? Like versus over here, it's like they'll just do, what I'm used to. Like, if you want to pick up a girl, you think she's a street hooker or something, you extra 80, you want to get her, you want to ride or something like that, right? But like, I don't know. So, but I feel like these guys here are a little bit more with it when it comes to like being with a trans girl. They're a little bit more like, okay, we found a trans girl. It's time. It's time to spring into action. Because I'm like, I'm just chilling, and then the next thing you know, like I was dumpster diving, and my suitcases were like towards the street, and these two guys came out. They saw my bags. Then they heard me moving shit through the trash. They looked in there, like the direction. They saw me. I saw them, but they were like, oh, look, checking me out. And I'm digging through the trash. I'm just like, go ahead and get them. Like, get out, go home, Roger. I'm just get out of my face. you know. They heard me. They didn't care. And then after I came out, like with some cucumbers or whatever that I found, they were like, you don't have to eat that. He was like, here's some money. And the other guy gave me some peanuts. And he left. And then he started following me, but like, it wasn't weird. It was like, he was genuinely trying to like help me. He was like, oh, you don't want to go that way. You want to go that way. That way's closed. Or, like, the people here are not like, when they see me, they're not like, oh my God, are like scared or like weird. You know what I mean? They're just like, trans girl, okay. Like they're like, all right. That's how they act like, and then just like, oh, that's it. They might like, if they're like want to, get to know me type thing, then they like, they might start talking to me like, do I need any help or anything? But that's because I look really homeless, walking around with two suitcases and a backpack and bags of food and supplies, you know. But I don't know. Just a little weird, right? Not too much going on, guys. Just a little life update. So I have a job fair coming up on Wednesday. This is actually the harvest season, harvest moon season. So like, yeah, a lot of seasonal work is coming up. You know how it goes. Fall. The holidays are coming up. I mean, we're in October now, Halloween. These holidays are coming up. A lot of holidays, so the retail stores, the factories, everything's just like. So getting a job right now should be a little bit more easier, you know. And that's another thing too. Like about I don't know if Chicago is really like that or not. I'm just being honest, but like it's not so. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's just not the South. Like in the South, like it's very much like segregated, but like by demographic and like I don't know how to explain it. Like you go to Chipotle, right? And it's not just like anybody working there. You know what I mean? Like it's like in Colorado, sometimes in Texas it's like that, but I would say mostly in Colorado, it's like no, they have to be Hispanic. The people that work at the corner stores have to be Arabs. Like you know what I mean? That's how it really was, and that's why I left Colorado, which is really bad. But yeah, but being here, I had when I smoked the weed, like literally, like it was the weirdest situation for me because it was just I didn't know it was legal over here. It's legal here. You know, they're known for their strong indicas. So yeah, but yeah. So like this thing here, it's just it's different. You know, that's all I can say. Like it's just way more different. I just feel like a little bit more at home. It's weird because like I'm used to like seeing like this is the good side of town, right? But if I'm on the good side of town, where I'm from, and other places, like in Colorado, like the good part of town or like the rich areas or whatever you want to call it, you would see them and be like, oh my God, like wow, like but over here, this is like my mom's neighborhood, like you know what I'm saying, like on the south side of Texas, like north side of Houston. It don't look like it's all that, but it's nice that it doesn't look that way, and you have people here that are not crazy. So I like that. Um, yeah, I like that. I like that here a lot. And I just hope I can get a job. Honestly, I kind of want to live here. Like it looks really great. I haven't been to the south side or the black side yet. I kind of want to. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a bad experience on the bus on the way up here on the Greyhound because you can literally see the planes coming up. Anyways, I had a bad time in on the bus up here. Like these black YNs, these YNs came on the bus and were just they looked at me and was like, "Oh, transgender," and you can tell like even when I was like in a black area close to the lake, the Michigan Lake or whatever. Yeah, I think it's called Michigan Lake. I can't remember the body of water next to Chicago. Like literally, like this lady was on the bus. She was talking to her, I guess somebody. She's on the phone. She was on the phone though. She was talking and she was calling like her man a faggot. Like she was calling her man like weird and da 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 da. But I kind of felt like she was indirectly saying about me. I think she was having a homophobic outburst. And it's weird because the white people here are not homophobic. They're just not. They don't care. Like, it's like the only people that are homophobic I've noticed since I've been here are the Hispanic. Like right now, like three construction workers are Hispanic. Were like, how somebody, I mean, they were staring at me to the point where it was like they're walking. They already passed me. They're like looking back and just walking and staring at all three of them. And I'm just looking like, this is what I'm wearing. Like I'm not giving you all this. So it was kind of weird. I was like, what the hell? But whatever. So yeah. Um. So yeah. I mean, I'm wearing some shorts, but like gym shorts. Like I'm wearing gym shorts, running shoes, this Little Caesars shirt, and a hoodie. And I was wearing this beanie on it too. So I don't know. Really weird. Yeah. So hopefully I can like everything works out. Like it'd be great to live here. Like legal weed. So like, the thing about the legal weed, in my personal opinion, is you have access to dank stuff. Like it's dank. Like that weed I smoked was so damn good. It didn't even matter what it was called. It didn't matter. It was just really good, you know. And then like the transgender community, I guess being trans here is not weird. It's actually pretty cool. Like they're really cool about me being trans. Like nobody's ever did anything weird. Like in Colorado, they were cool, but they were still weird. Texas, they were just weird and uncool. Like like in Texas, they're like, oh, they look at you. In Kansas, I went to Kansas, Oklahoma, weird, just really weird. Memphis, I went through Memphis, weird and uncool. Like they start acting like you're a demon. I have to start praying or something. Like you know what I mean? Like this, like it's like I'm the nun from the the movie The Nun. Just like I'm just coming, just like I'm just like I'm some type of demon or something. I'm possessed or something. Like come on, like what are you doing? Jesus, you know. But yeah, I just did way too much. This is really weird. Like that shit was too much for me. Like okay, okay, okay. Like stop being weird, guys. Weirdos. But yeah, going to Colorado, it was kind of like, oh, you're trans. Oh, I'm cool. They try to act cool, but they would start acting weird. And if they really were not cool with the trans community, they'd be like, oh, you're trans. Uh, huh. Whatever. Yeah. But that was just, I don't know. Like, I don't even know. I can't stand, I don't know. I can't stand transphobic minorities. I can't. I cannot stand transphobic minorities. They're just like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I just look at them like, bruh, hell now. Like because it's like it's not even like when people think like, well, you're a minority, I'm a minority. We should no. It's more to me. It's logic that goes. My brain is like, dude, why are you shitting yourself? You know what I mean? Like it's weird. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's just weird. You would think like them being so tough and being through everything, like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It just is really you know. I feel like I don't even know. I can't even put my finger on it. It's just weird to me. Like why minorities are like a black trans woman. Oh my god! And it's just like you know what I mean? It's because it's lame. It's almost kind of like I'd rather you just ignore me and leave me alone and just do your job. You know what I mean? Like that I can take. That's why when I lived in Texas for so long because it was like they would just like I said be uncool and be weird. So it's like I wouldn't have to deal with it so much because it would just be like nope, I'm not dealing with this, and that's cool by me. But to be like weird. Like on the way out of Colorado was probably the weirdest I've ever dealt with. There were people just homeless people trying to touch me, just looking at me like I'm some type of. Then like me trying to defend myself and everybody acting like, why are you getting bucked? Like I'm a buck at you. Like, are y'all crazy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, like, what world do you live in? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. These people just be like in their own la la land. Like they really be thinking like, oh, like they just be in their own head. It has nothing to do with me. Like their brain, they're thinking like, oh, red is more superior than blue. This person's wearing blue, so therefore I can like rape them. Like what? Like I'm gonna go up there and rape them. That's how they think. Like it's like there's no like actual they're stupid. You know what I mean? It's just weird. That's why I was like, oh, nah, I can't be around that. Like, it's not even fear. I'm not afraid of them. It's just like, you know, like when the guy was on the bus was like transgender. It talks. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking it talks. That's what I'm thinking. Are you gonna do anything? Are you gonna run up on me? Are you gonna pull up? Are you gonna do anything gangster? Are you going? No, you're just talking like mush mouth. You know, from Fat Albert, mush mouth, like just nothing. You know. And then like when I was in Colorado, it was like the white community was always kind of like, oh, can I have sex with you? Can I have sex with you? Can you turn into a man for me and like top me? Oh, can you? And you know, you get those vibes like, you know, oh, can I like dominate, or can I feel like a man? Like, can I use you to feel like a man? Can I use you to feel like a woman? That's what it felt like. And it was just like, ugh, like there's no such thing. Like, what are you talking about? Stupid. It was just weird. Like that's what I'm saying. Really weird vibes. Here, I don't really get that many vibes of weirdness. It's more like, oh, okay, whatever, you know. But there's not that much crime going on like that, you know. You know, I don't know, but yeah, she's pretty chill, you know. Like it's really about the street culture, you know. It's all about the street culture, like what's going on in the streets. And I would say, like in Chicago, nothing's happening in the street. Like nothing is happening in the streets at all. Nothing's happening. It's chill. Everybody's chill. Nothing's happening in the streets, which is weird to me. So we do some exploring. I feel like going upstairs and see like if somebody's there. I'm kind of scared, but I feel like I should. It's crazy because I literally just watched The Conjuring last night, so I'm just like, oh my god. But I feel like I should go up there and see. Like that door was not open, and now it's open. Like it's open. Like even if you were like to go upstairs, like once you like close the door behind you, I'm kind of scared right now. Hey you, oh, what's up, Nerf? Where are you? Oh my god, I am literally in Chicago, Illinois, on the north side of Chicago, which they say is typically the safest side. And I can't lie, I do feel pretty safe. Yeah, a lot of knuckleheads trying to fight me, but I don't even care. Working on getting a job right now. Prospects look pretty high because you know the well, it's it's October, holiday season's coming up soon, so I'm pretty sure. But yeah, right now I'm in a recreation center. I think I got locked in. Like if I was to leave, I probably can't come back in, and I don't want to leave right now. So let me show you. I'm gonna do a little bit of recon. Let's go ahead. This is the room I'm in right now. It's like a dance room. There goes the wall. That's all me right there. Yeah, we are in Chicago, Illinois. I came through these doors right here, and I went to the restroom. Of course, gender neutral. That's pretty much where I am. Park Ridge District. I don't know. It's just really weird. This looks really scary. Got a little kitchen over here. I thought somebody was here because it's the security room. Looks like a security room, right? It's crazy. And then like I came in here. I walked right here, right? I'm thinking, okay, it's a security room, this security. And then like next thing you know, nobody was here. But I'm gonna go check some things out and just see how this goes all the way down there. See what's going on right here. This is really scary. where they're from. Huh. This is go outside. I mean, it looks like you go outside, right? Can't get back in. It does go outside. That's weird. I can't get back in. See, the doors are all locked. But like, when I came through the door, it was open. Now all the doors were locked. Let's check upstairs. See what's going on up here. This is so creepy. Hello? Hello? There's just the kids outside playing. There's a school right there. Guess I can take a shot if I really need to. You can tell these are really old buildings. Maybe built in the 70s. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little creeped out a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I swear to God, I was in the restroom, I heard the door open. And the door up here was closed. And all of a sudden it was open. This is really kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie. This is creepy. Yeah, I heard this door right here open. I heard it open. I didn't hear no footsteps or nothing. Just, and that's all I heard. That is creepy. I'm gonna close it. That was creepy. And then you would think like the recreation center, like this door came through, and it was just like regularly open. It's not even open. That's what I'm saying. Park hours, 8 a.m. to 8:30 or whatever. This is weird. And you see it's a recreation center, bathroom, restrooms, or community center. I don't know, guys. I'm just chilling here. This is pretty creepy, right? Like, I'm telling you. Let me see what it says. That's cool, guy. You should have a job on time with Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. You should at least be good until then. Yeah. I mean, we're saving all our money. So, it is nice, big building all to yourself. I be dancing though in the hallways, napping, showering, making food, plugging in stuff. I mean, I am, but like at the same time, I'm a little on edge because I'm like, how am I here by myself? This is only the second recreation center I've been to, and it's kind of been like this. The first one I went to, it was like more kid affiliated. There was like kids there. I guess they're doing gymnastics. I don't even know. And there was a lady like at the counter, like you would expect at a community center or something. But like here, nothing, just nothing. And then like, the weirdest thing is like I came in here and then like use the restroom. I'm using the restroom, wiping my face, whatever. I hear like the door open and close. After I'm done doing what I gotta do, I came outside. I'm like, hello? I walk to the security room, nobody's there. Then I walk out the front, try to walk out the front door, and I'm like, oh, they locked the doors. Like, who locked the doors? You know, like what? And it's like, so if I'm here past 8 o'clock, somebody gotta come get me. Like, can I just be in here? Because I'm probably gonna just be in here. But then it's like, if I'm in here, am I gonna get in trouble for being in here? Like, I don't know what's going on. It's really weird. But yeah, I'm just chilling, guys. I'm just chilling. They have actually a fridge that actually has like strawberries and raspberries in there. I had some earlier. Being in Chicago is also very scary in general because there's like it's like very rural, whatever you want to call it, city like. So there's always stuff going on and always people walking around. You know, I mean, I am typically in a suburban area type ish, so it's pretty cool. But I feel like these places are really old. You can feel like they're old. Like they feel like you're time warping. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it's the movie The Conjuring. That time period, whatever they had the Conjuring time period was. I think it was the 70s. That's what all these like wooden doors, like kind of remind me of the 70s. And I've heard like Chicago is haunted. It had a lot of spirits. I've heard that like a lot of people have died building these buildings and their foundations. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be that surprised. But yeah, I don't know. 'Cause this place is it gives me that type of vibe. Like it's pretty weird. And there's always like sounds. You just hear like random sounds. Like in Texas, like it's quiet. You go someplace and you know it's like something like this. It's really quiet. Like, I remember I used to work high rise buildings right late at night um, for as a security guard. And I remember somebody came in and you have to do it's like you have to take care of certain things. Like so you got to open up the gate, the back gate, right in the basement to like let the garbage people come through because the garbage people go inside of the garage and they got to get the trash there. Or you'll have like the mailmen that come in. They have like the mail for all every floor of the building. So you got to go and let him in through over here. You got to take the mail, all type of stuff, right? Like the fire department comes in, they got to like what I mean. They might call and be like, we got to do our like 3 o'clock checkup. So things like that. But anyways, so like it was like this. This is basically working security is like, but I don't know. The infrastructure is different. Even here, like they have like these brick walls. That's why they don't tear them down because they have these brick walls. And these brick walls, they really keep the sound out. Like there's no sound. Like I can't even hear the cars, and they're just right there. The intersection's right there. You seen the bus system. You seen everything. You know, and I can't hear anything. You hear how quiet it is. Super quiet in here. Heavily insulated. It's really nice. It's just really kind of crazy. I'm just looking like, what is this? This is not a recreation center. Like nobody's here. But hey, I guess people are at the home, so yeah. Nothing is weird too here. Like where I'm from, I'm gonna be honest. White people with blonde hair usually live in the good side of town. Usually have lots of money. You know what I mean? Like over here, no. I was trying to dumpster dive the other night, and I saw a kid. It was a white kid with blonde. This white boy with blonde hair. Like look at, he had to be at least like maybe 10, 11, 12. Maybe even younger, maybe 9. You know, and he was just doing. He was doing what I was doing, like pure D. And I was like, what the hell? I think his mom was right behind him because I saw another woman with blonde hair, like probably like 2 minutes behind him, like walking all slow on her phone. But he was just like, it was weird because I kind of thought maybe okay, that's his mom. And then like they're on the streets and they're just used to this shit. Like he's just used to like, oh, mom doesn't have rent money, so we're on the streets now. And he just like going to like fast food place to fast food place, looking for things. He's doing basically everything I'm doing, right? Looking for resources and stuff. I'm just like, this kid is on it. Like it's crazy, you know. But then I have to realize people come to these cities, right, from surrounding cities. So like you have Indiana. So I know a lot of people come from Gary, Indiana. Indiana in general has a lot of broken down factories because we're in the technology era now. People are not using oil and gas as much. So yeah, it's a little weird right now. So maybe like it come from that place. But yeah, shoot, I wish I had some food to cook. I mean, I would be dancing, but like I'm still a little like I don't want anybody to walk in on me like just open the door. I don't want. I don't know. I'm just a little scared right now because everything's just been really eerie ever since I like stepped on here. Like ever since I came in here, it's been eerie. Like how did I get to the door if it wasn't open? Was anybody even here when I first came in? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just freaking me out. Like that door that we just went upstairs was not open, and then next thing you know, it's open. I heard it open. I didn't hear anybody come out or come in through there. And then next thing you know, like who opened the door? You know? Like I know I'm not tripping, but like this is weird. Like I'm just trying to hear like for things like because it's like weird. You don't never know. You know? I don't know if somebody's gonna walk in and be like, oh, hello. I didn't know anybody was here. Like, oh yeah, I'm just here to. I gotta explain myself. I don't really know what's going on. You know? It's not like super. This is weird. Like I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty weird for me. Like if I go to a community center or recreation center, like you expect like to see people there. You know what I mean? And like even in Colorado, I didn't go to any like recreation centers. Well, I did, technically speaking, but they were either closed because it was a pool house or something. Like, but you can at least like there's something that make it all makes sense. Like there's people that take care of the recreation centers that are there, whether they be security, whether they be police or something. But like over here, nothing. Nobody's here. But then it's like, then how was the door open? Why is the door locked now? Like what's going on? Like you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm getting kind of like freaked out right now. I don't really feel comfortable. I really feel on edge because it's just kind of scary and there's always sounds and it's just really weird. I kind of don't want to be here at night. Like I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to be here at night. Oh my god, because it's like this is really scary, man. Like I just feel like somebody gonna turn around the corner. And then I should probably never watched The Conjuring and Insidious like the other night. Oh my god, because I really feel like I'm just. I watched The Conjuring, right? I fell asleep, uh, on it, but I fell asleep after the part where the mom was like just hearing stuff in the house, like the little boy and the little girl was like she was like, "Oh my god, guys, should be asleep tonight," and she's walking around the house like every time she hears like a sound. That's literally how I feel right now. Oh man, I feel so weird right now. But anyways, it's all good. I'm I really don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I'm kind of just chilling, really. So my mom texted me. You know how that relationship is. First of all, let's see, my sister. I told you my sister is a newborn Christian now. Man, she sent me like a manifesto. You know what I'm saying? Of a text message, and it was just a prayer. Man, my sister's a narcissist. Like it's crazy because I was watching Torah card readings, and then the lady was like, "Oh yeah, be careful of these narcissists. You want to leave them energies alone, Capricorn. You want to leave them alone. You know, I'm a Capricorn." And I was like, "Nah." See, I think the reason why Torah card readings work for me mostly is because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just a high-ranking spiritual person in general, and so for me, and plus I think it's in my bloodline. I think I'm a psychic. I think I'm linked, and I think it's like basically like just like the Insidious movies. You know what I mean? It runs in the family. I think because of Christianity, from the colonizers of my family's tribe, that it's kind of distorted a lot because I know that they don't like witchcraft, and Africans, you know how it is. They're scared of witches, and they actually believe in all those things. And I think it's because we actually have witches in our voodoo priests, all that. We have that in our our lineage. But because of colonization, I think they were killed first, type ish. So I think is it raining outside? No. Is it? It's got dark. But yeah, I think that's the reason why I think it skipped my mom's generation. I think my mom is a high-ranking spiritual person too, but because of Christianity and catechism, basically being Catholic, she kind of shut it off. But I don't think she actually shut it off. I think she just doesn't know how to use it, so she gives off a lot of dark energy. You know, told you. What is that? You see what I'm saying? Is that a horn? Is that a train? What is that? That's what I'm saying. They're just random ass sounds that just sound horrible. What is that? What is that? Then nothing. It's just a lot. Was that inside here? Was that outside? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Chicago just had a lot of eerie, weird feeling areas. It just gives off a really eerie vibe. It's scary. It's a scary city. I can't lie. Whatever though. Oh, but yeah, back to my mom. So yeah, I think my sister. I think she was indoctrinated into it. But yeah, my sister's a narcissist. She was talking about my psychic reader was talking about you have this narcissist person. They're trying to come back at you. They're trying to see what kind of success you have, and trying to what's that word? I can't even think of the word, but trying to take your success. And I'm like, I think I know who it is. Because I'm like, man, I got a manifesto. I'm like, I just read it today, and I was looking at what she sent me. And it's just like a prayer. And it's first of all, we were raised Catholic. You get what I'm saying? We are religious people. Our family's religious. We were raised religious. We don't, you know what I mean? When I say we're raised religious, we believe in this. You know what I'm saying? You don't. So why are you being a newborn Christian have to do with me? You blessing me, trying to bless me, trying to sit here and I pray that you get out of the what she say? She said you get out of the something of shame and going to the something of grace. I'm just looking shut the fuck up. See, it's pissing me off because so you basically were a what's that word? A bed wench for the white man. I mean, that's really what you were. I'm not even gonna play with it because if you date outside your race and you date other races, cool, fine. Even if you date one particular race, fine. But why are you dating white men? You get what I'm saying? It's because I asked before these white men see black women as the lesser race, somebody they can take advantage of, and that's what they were doing. But because you're human, I understand you want to have sex. You are, you know what I mean, a little bit of an Oreo. So I get it. You know what I mean? Like, but still though, there's a certain level of where you need to understand what are you doing? Like have some respect for the fact that these men are crazy and they actually are thinking in their brain that they can take advantage of you. So even if it's consensual, even if you have the upper hand, you have to realize this as a human being. Like I understand this. That's why I don't be having sex with all these men that are hitting on me. Like I said, I get hit on all the time. But do you think I'm gonna like actually have sex with these dudes? You know, no. A lot of the reasons why I'm not is because I already know what it is. You know what I mean? I'm homeless. I'm trans. I'm black. They're going to try to take advantage of me. They're going to try to exploit me. You get what I'm saying? So when she come out telling me, oh, I got raped. Oh, she told me she got raped, and now all of a sudden she's a newborn Christian. Now she want to sit here and like be in everybody's face, trying to send us all prayers. Like, what are you doing? She a fake Christian. And then I started realizing how crazy she is because she's such a narcissist. She's trying to be a narcissist towards God. In so many words, might have been a train warning sound from upcoming cars. I don't know. I'm telling you. All I'm saying is just like in Houston, it's not like that. You know what I mean? Like even Colorado, it's not like that. It's a little bit more like you can chill and not have to worry about things, like not think about things. Like here, it's just like, what the hell is that? Like you're always constantly like, damn, like it's a lot of sounds. A lot of sounds. It doesn't really rest that much. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. And then like I had slept at like this Planet Fitness that was like 3 stories high last night. And right across from that thing is like 2 big old buildings that are like 6 stories high. You know what I mean? People just packed on top of each other. It's just like that. It's just that's where I was sleeping at. And I just kind of felt like weird. I was like, man, like this is a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking like, last night there's some kids and they're like, I guess right across from those 2 buildings, right? Like basically this is the Planet Fitness, right? LA Fitness, and this was like the buildings. Over here was like a parking garage, about 3 stories high, and there was kids playing all through. I'm talking about this like 9, 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, what the hell? Like white kids like playing like baseball or something like it's like Hey Arnold. I'm just like, what the heck? I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like I'm like at 10 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock, you would not see any kids playing together in Texas. It's just not gonna happen. Like outside, that's not gonna happen. Not even a chance. And don't even get me started on Chicago and sorry, on Colorado. Like nobody in Colorado is doing that. So it kind of surprised me. I'm just looking like, man, like it's just kids. They're like 10, 12 years old, maybe 9 years old, outside by themselves. But hey, if you live in a high-rise building, you know what I'm saying? Like with your family, of course, So yeah, that kind of like was weird for me. That's what I've been dealing with like lately. I'm just seeing people like outside, out and about, doing stuff, and it's just like, what the heck? It's kind of weird seeing kids like that. But I mean, I'm on the good side of town, so man. But yeah, that's what my family's doing. My sister like, and then like she kept on. She every time you know, uh, she texts me and like I'm just checking upon you. I'm like I'm good. She'll be like, okay, then have a good day, brother. She always call me brother now, and it's like, okay, I already get it. Like, mom, I told mom I was trans. before I left. I was definitely raining outside. Luckily, I'm inside. That's crazy. Wow, dodged that bullet. But yeah, so like every time she texted me, it's like, okay, all right, brother. Like, why are you calling? You never called me brother. You don't even speak like that. Like when I speak like that, it's because I watch a lot of historical dramas. So I'll say certain things that sound kind of a little bit sorry, medieval or you know what I'm saying, something like that. You know. But like my sister has never talked like that. Get the fuck out of here. So I was looking like, ugh. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm really on like the fence right now of like talking to my family. And then it's why are all the females in my family like coming after me? Like, and I had to come to the conclusion. See, it's so sad when you have to be this way, but you can call me schizophrenic. I don't care. My family is really coming out to forget me. Oh, I didn't tell y'all. So like, I had texted my older brother because he texted me like, he's like, "What's going on, bro?" I was like, "He's like, how's Colorado?" Because some of my family, I'm gonna move to Colorado, right? And I was like, "Well, shoot, I'm actually about to leave like next week." This was like last week, and then on my way, like when I first got here to Chicago, like a day ago, that was weird. When I first got to Chicago like a day ago, literally my sister texted me and was like, she's a flight attendant, you know what I'm saying? So she gets like free rides or whatever. So she literally was like, "Oh, I landed in Chicago. You can pick where you want to go because you have to make it back to your actual home base, whatever town or state you live in." So like, bitch, you took a flight to Chicago. I'm sorry, to Colorado to come and get me. Because why would you tell me that you're in Colorado? Why would you tell me I'm in Denver? It's not that big of a city. Like you can get where you need to get to. You know what I'm saying? Barely. It's not a big state. So So like she only told me that because she's trying to like see where I'm at, trying to find me. She's trying to see me. You know, I'm looking like, well, I'm. Y'all heard that? Man. Oh. I'm gonna have to close some of these doors, man. We gonna, they gonna have to, whatever ghost is here is gonna have, damn, it's raining out outside. Is definitely gonna have to get through these doors. I'm not gonna leave them wide open because I can't. I'm sorry. They're gonna have to come. They're gonna have to come in here because I can't. That was just too creepy for me. Like I thought I heard some. I thought I just heard like. This is what I thought I heard. Like, did y'all hear that? Like, you know what I mean? I thought I just heard a chair just move. Good God, man. So creepy. I don't know. Chicago is so creepy. Like, it's so creepy. Like, you're like, what the heck was that? Nah, you just like, I'm telling you, like, you're always on the edge. Like, what the heck? What was that? What was that? Anyways, it's the infrastructure. I'm telling you, like the way the infrastructure here is, it's just like there's lots of cuts and corners, small cuts and corners around places. So like it's like a maze. And then you'll like even the streets, and then you'll be like sleeping like in this alley, and you're just like, man, like I don't know. You know? You're just like, I don't know. So anyway, what I was talking about? My sister. So yeah, my sister, man, like she's be texting me like stupid shit now, you know? And I'm just looking like she's such a narcissist. Like she's such a narcissist. It's disgusting. I'm tired of people playing in my energy like that. Like I can't do that shit anymore. Like, ugh. Like because you're a fucking stupid whore, right? That didn't get what you want, right? So now you know what I mean? Like it's just like I can't remember the name. I don't think y'all even care. But she's just a spoiled brat. You know what I mean? Like that's how my sister is. She's just a spoiled brat. She's like Hillary, honestly. She's like Hillary from Fresh Prince of Bel Air. You know what I mean? And imagine like her dad like died or whatever, or like Uncle Phil lost his money. Like she's gonna sit here and like, oh, I'm gonna find a man. She's trying to find a man to pay for her, but then she gets angry when like she can't control this man with sex. Like, you know what I mean? So then like I'm a newborn Christian. You get what I'm saying? Like now you're trying to do the same thing to God. You know? Like I don't even believe in God. So like the fact that you sitting here doing that, I know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't like a lot of religious people in general, because it's like they're crazy. You know? It's like, you trying to do that to God? Like you think that there's a God of like that controls everything. And so now you're trying to be a whore for God. You know, you think like follow me now. You think like, excuse my language, but like you think like praying and doing all this Christian stuff is like stroking God off. And you thinking like, yeah, God, I'm making you happy. Give me what I want. Like that's what you're doing. And it's like you're a grown woman. Stop it. It's weird. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, hell nah. And it's not the first time I've seen her do this shit. When she was with my first roommate, she did this shit. She was all atheist, all into Scientology, all with him and whatever. And this is an older white man. Like he was like at least like 67 years old. Like, dude, sugar daddy much? Everybody saw this, but she don't see it. Stupid, you know? And then it's like, okay. It's because I enable her. I haven't told her in her face, like, you're an idiot. She's looking for people to validate her. Instead of like her actually like leveling up, healing, getting over things. She's done. So it's like, I don't really want to, you know? And when she just bring it to my mom literally told me to call her yesterday. I didn't call her. I was going to call her right now. And then, like, she had texted me this morning, talking about I texted her actually right now. I was like, oh, can I talk to you right now? Like, what's going on? You know, I'm trying to see what she's up to. She texted me, I'm going to Nigeria. I'm going on the plane. I'll call you when I get to Nigeria. You know what I mean? Like, I'm angry. I'm looking like, why are you going to Nigeria? You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't talk to my family anymore. Like, it's really at that point right now where I have to say this. Like, I'm done with my family. Like, I really think it's that time. I really believe it's that time now to just completely let them go. Because even my little sister, when I was in Colorado, when I first got there, she was like, hit me up and was like, oh, I graduate from college this year in December. Like, I'm supposed to like pack my bags up and just go to Colorado. Go back to Texas. It's like y'all don't even understand the struggle that I go through. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? You know? Why I have to fight to survive? Have to fight in society to survive? How I do everything by myself? You think I'm really gonna sit here and just like it's just it's almost like they're so immature, you know? Before it was like, oh, they were like, oh, I was immature just because like, I got a youthful spirit. You know what I mean? I might say dude or bro or whatever the fuck, because I don't try to sound a certain way or I like this or I like performing arts or whatever. That's crazy. People always trying to do that. Like it's really weird. Like people weird. I have one time one of my managers when I was working at Little Caesars, he called me boy. He called me boy just because like I'm trans, like like yeah, it's because 20 years is 7 years. Like they're just idiots, like complete and utter idiots. Like I can't even talk to you. And I'm at a point right now I can't. Like I don't even want to be around those type of people. I don't want nothing to do with you. Cause me, I'm gonna be honest with you, those people like those are not human beings. You're not human. Because to be human, you have to have melanin. And that melanin is constantly changing, constantly adapting, and builds on itself, aka knowledge. The brain, that's how the brain works. It calculates. So for you to be so conditioned by the world and politics and how you're supposed to be raised and how they want the human cattle to be pushed as a grown adult, right? That you have a full functioning brain now. You're over the age of 25. Why can't you use your brain? That's like literally being told your whole life to never use your right arm. And you literally act like at the age of 30 years old, you don't know how to use your right arm. You can't lift that thing up. There's no way. You know what I mean? You have to take some type of intellectual ownership over that. Like you can't tell me you can't do this or do that. Like y'all are just stupid. Like something really wrong with you. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm saying. Like I always, reflect on why like I left Texas, and I'm looking like, man, it's because they all have mental disorders. They'll sit here and act like they'll treat you as a trans person like you have a mental disorder, but they literally are mentally ill. Literally. And that's crazy to me. You don't understand how many transphobes be on podcasts, all this type of stuff, literally telling people about psychology. Like it's they literally sit here. It's just it's nuts to me. Like I laugh because it's like you have literal people that have went to college, that are professors that actually do this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that hood friend who always lied about everything, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you're a little kid, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, my auntie is Beyonce," and show me a picture. Well, we don't have a picture because just saying stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, my mama told me the Halloween is the devil's birthday. Like, what church do you go to? Has any church ever said that? Is there any is that actual? No, you just got scared, paranoid, said some stupid stuff. Like it's crazy to me. Like how do you literally sit there and be like, we're going to DSM-5 and da 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 da? You are not a psychiatrist, a psychologist. You are not studying somebody's brain, bro. Like you're not studying brain patterns, bro. You're not. And it's crazy to me. Like even right now, you know what I'm saying? Like I was on Church Street here in Colorado, a place called Church Street. Man, there was a scientific Christian bookstore. It said, like, yes, it said scientific Christian bookstore or something like that. And I'm just like, what? Like, what? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally like me trying to study science and they explaining how thunder and lightning forms and the water cycle and stuff like that, and then talk about thunder and rain and all this. And I'm literally like, I'm a believer of Norse mythology. Now so I'm reading a book that says science of Norse mythology, and I'm like literally like, oh, that's not that's Thor. That's literally like, how do you even do that? How do you even do that? How do you try to mix things that don't need to be mixed together? Like, how are you literally mentally ill? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I bring out my brandy right now, some brandy, and be like, yeah, this is not liquor. You know what I mean? Like, how do you, some things are just like, okay, we got to stop. Y'all really mentally ill. That's crazy to me. And that's what I'm saying. That's mental illness. That's literally a mental illness within itself. I forgot exactly what it is, but like, yes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're delusional. And you sitting here and you're trying to, if somebody was literally going to tell you, yeah, I'm an archaeologist, and they're not an archaeologist. There's some dude you met off the street. You would say this person's schizophrenic. That's what I'm saying. Y'all be acting like schizophrenic, bro. Literally trying to tell people, oh, how trans is a mental disorder. And it's like, bro, but is it actually a mental disorder? Then they try to explain to you, and you're like, when did you become a scientist? Like, when did you go to school for psychology? You've never been to school for psychology. But the book you're referencing on is knowledge that you were never had no idea about it, because you don't study this. You just flip burger patties all day, or do this, you do that. And you're trying to argue. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like, I can't stand people like that. Those people are the most disgusting, atrocious people on the planet. Those people are, once again, should not be alive. They have no right to be. Because all they do is just cause discord. You know what I mean? All they do is cause discord. I can't stand those type of people. It's crazy to me. Like, you're trying to argue. You know what I'm saying? Like, they literally just sitting there stupefied. They don't know nothing about nothing in reality. Then you bring real reality to them and stuff, and you say, yeah, babies don't come from a stork. Men and women have to have sex for babies to be fucking created or whatever, right? And then motherfucker would be like, what? You're crazy. Let me explain, because, and they start using your knowledge that you just taught them to explain to you why you're wrong. That's what my family does. It's called cross-examination or reverse psychology. You see what I'm saying? They think like, oh, no. But like, no, dude. You can't use reverse psychology if you don't have any there's no reverse psychology to deal with. Like, you have to know what people want for them to, you know what I mean? And you can't pretend to know what they want, because if it's obvious, it's obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's thirsty and you're being nice because you're trying to give them something to drink. It's because you've noticed that they were thirsty. But if you have to go and ask me, hey, you want something to eat, or you're back itching, or you thirsty? Ding, 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 ding. Bro, no, you're not going to do it, because like, that's not natural. Now, is it? It's weird that you even had to do all that. So therefore, your reverse psychology gets reverted back to what it really is, regular sane psychology. And it shows that you're insane. And that's why them people, when you just don't talk, you just look at the people, just look at them, and just be quiet. They end up just be, like, oh, you don't talk? You don't want to conversate? They start like trying too hard. And you start to realize real quick. And then you realize, I'm kind of crazy. Like, yeah, you're kind of crazy. That's why I'm doing that to you. They're crazy. I was on the bus even sometimes. That's why I did that a lot when I was in Colorado. Because I was on the bus and literally, you know what I'm saying? Dude had a New York shirt on, came and sat in the back with me. I'm listening to my music. He all like, oh, hey, where you from? And I ain't say nothing. I was just like, kind of like side eye, like, why are you talking to me? Like, we're on a public bus. You know what I mean? Like, I'm on the bus so I can get on the bus and go wherever I need to go. I do not care about you at all whatsoever. Like, there is no reason for us to be conversating at all. You know what I mean? Like, not even a little bit, not even a minute. There's no reason for us to be having no conversations. And let alone me telling you where I'm from. Fuck no. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I even do that? Are we at a bar? Is this a mingling? You see what I'm saying? Is this a spot to be mingling? Am I at a small little get together? Am I in a public space where it's acceptable for people to be mingling with each other? No. I am on public transportation. I'm here to get to where I need to get to, and you're here to get to where you need to get to. Then he kept on going. Sat there for a little bit. When's the next bus coming? Am I the director? Do I own the bus? Like, no, none of this. So I don't say nothing. Then his ass go to the front and pretend to go talk to the bus driver. Like stupid shit, but I'm telling you, they're crazy. They're crazy. And that's what you have to realize. They got mental illnesses, bro. A lot of people out here are just lame, losers. They're losers. They're crazy. So that's that. It don't go no further than that. And that's the thing about being here. I've noticed that people here are not as crazy. Or they don't get away with being crazy. You know? People here are not as crazy as, you know what I mean? Like they're crazy, but they're a little bit more like, you know, they got a little bit more sense to their craziness. It's not just like we're just pure craziness, you know what I mean? Like the only person I saw crazy when I got off the bus here, I left the Greyhound station immediately, and some guy trying to sell me everything underneath the sun. I got soap, toothbrushes. I got all this. I'm looking like, why would I buy a toothbrush from you? I got cigarettes. And he came up to me, he's like, I got weed. I'm like, why would I buy weed from you when they have THCA, which is legal in all 50 states, and then we're in Chicago, a legal state? You're fucking stupid, bro. Idiots. People are losers, man. They're just done, bro. They're done. Dunzos. I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, I'm at a point right now where it's like, man, like I'm done. I'm officially done with my family. Like, it's time to do what Bobby Hemmett told me really to do. Like he said, run from them. Yeah. Run from them. Seriously. But I've also, because of my spiritual work, have literally like figured out the spirit of women. I'm gonna say this is true. Like this is the spirit of angry women. It's funny, right? Because after watching Insidious, the evil enemy or whatever, in Insidious 2 or whatever you want to call it, the lady in all black, they call her the bride in black. Like her, she is literally, that's the spirit that evil women have. Which is funny because that's actually like a dude. Well, in the movie, it's a dude too. So it's a man, an old man. That's basically, and it's funny because they always put that in horror movies, right? Which is some transphobic, and they're like, "Oh, it's not transphobic, man. It's just transphobic." Because they always do that in movies, especially horror movies. They always put it like a man in drag or a trans woman or some sort, something like that, right? Some gender bending situation, and talk about how hideous and how scary and how like demonic it is. Stupid, but yeah, you know, because come on, bro, it was the exact same plot as Sleepaway Camp. The only difference was, you know what I mean, like it wasn't a, you know what I mean, like it's the exact same thing. Like, oh, like you were raised to be a girl instead of a boy. But they've never had any actual in real life occurrences of people being raised, being born a boy and being raised as a girl, then goes crazy and starts killing people. You've never seen it before. They've never had this before. That's so crazy. Like you don't see that, man. That's not a reality. You know, and then they never do it vice versa. They never have a story where it's a female who was raised, you know, that knows they're a girl but was raised as a boy and then goes around killing people because of this, of their, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like you never see that, but they always do that with males. There's a reason. It's transphobia, which is basically homophobia or the fear of effeminized males. You know, because of the patriarchy, therefore making men have to be men and women need to be aspired to be men. And that's really what's going on. That's why it's like, ugh. That's why as a trans woman, it's hard for people to accept, You know what I'm saying? That you're a male who's more in touch with your feminine side. It's really hard for them to even comprehend that, or they physically see it. You know what I mean? Because I don't act like I said, female. I don't act like this, that, or I don't do anything that's really like, oh, you act like a woman. You act girly. None of that. I don't give off that. I don't dress like that. So it's like y'all have your own issues with that. Y'all have issues. So yeah, it's crazy to me. Like it's just crazy to me. All that, all that. Dunkin' Donuts. I have a lot of Dunkin' Donuts here. So we just chilling. Probably gonna watch a movie. Well, since watching The Conjuring. Probably shouldn't watch The Conjuring right now. I probably shouldn't watch The Conjuring, but like I'm going to. I'm laughing because I'm just like I'm just be scared as shit. Watching that movie, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be so scared, man. Like I'm gonna be like, hell nah. I'm see the door open and the movie is should be looking through that shit. It's gonna be all dark. Now I'm gonna see a door just I'm gonna be hell no. We black, so black people in horror movies, we don't play that shit. I'm gonna be hell nah. Oh man, I'm playing. But yeah. That's what's going on right now. But this is just getting weird, guys. It's like, but everything's looking pretty good right now. Another talk car reader was like saying something like, "You're gonna have to choose right now," and I think I know what she meant because I have been treated so harshly since I've been here. I've mentally had more space to be in my feminine, and it's been making me feel good. Make me feel real good. But the problem with me right now is like not the problem, but like what's going on right now with me is just like I'm dealing with like a dualistic aspect of me where I don't really know in so many words. I've heard this from a lot of trans women say it comes to come a time in your transition where you're gonna have to like basically decide, are you gonna go be the whole bitch? Basically, are you gonna be the whole woman? And I'm like, man, I don't really know because and a lot of cis women deal with this too. Like, you want to be in your feminine, but then it's like, how do you do that when you're living in man's world? So it's like sometimes in some situations they're going to call for you to be more masculine, and sometimes it's hard to like put the femininity back up there because it's so deemed as a weaker thing, And so that's what I'm dealing with right now, where it's like, I mean, if I get to the point where I can like really transition, like, everything, like I can actually like, it's crazy to say this, but like I can actually like voice train again and not feel scared for my life. If I could actually like walk like a woman, which is like at this point I kind of like walk like a woman regardless because fat distribution and all that shit. So like, like if I could actually do that and not be like a problem, if I could like, I threw away all my pink clothing. That's the craziest thing. I threw away all my pink clothing because I was scared that like people are gonna see me and be like, "Oh, you're wearing pink," and like, "You're not a girl that don't love me." So and I want to, drag on. I don't want attention to myself. I'm not from here, so it's different. When I was in Texas, I'm from Texas, so like that's the same streets I was walking since I was a kid. So I know where I'm not gonna get hurt, so I don't really care. But and it's actually a better place to be than Colorado. Colorado was a hell no. I was not finna sit here and wear pink shoes or a pink sweater or anything because like I knew like, oh man, they're gonna be all over me. Da 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 da, this, that, and the third. It's gonna be a problem. But here I threw it away. Really because like I'm not trying to get a storage unit. Well, not that I'm not trying to. It's just that it's too expensive. I think I found one, but it's all on the like the west side of town, and I'm like, ooh, I don't really know if I want to go all the way over there because these are like northern states or whatever. Like I don't know, Texas is simple. You catch one bus, you can go all the way across the city. Here, oh my God, you got to catch 3 buses just to get up the road. Like it's like Jesus. So I got to take like 5 buses, literally. And then like some days that they don't even those buses don't even run. So like I was looking up yesterday, it's like 13 hours. I was like 13 hours, like what? I gotta wait till the next day to catch them. Oh nah. So yeah, that's that. But it's really cool though. It's still whatever. But yeah, it's like $20 for like a small little closet space. And I'm like, okay, I can leave my stuff there. But right now, whatever, it's all good. So what was I talking about? So yeah, transitioning and then the reason why I came here is because black trans woman on TikTok was like, "Oh, this is a good city to go to." So she even said like the lady's name that I should probably go to. Probably should look up that video again and see if I can find it. But yeah, I haven't even tried getting any services or anything. I don't think I might need it. I don't think I might need it. We'll see. Like if I get these jobs and they're blackballing me, they treat me like crap. You gotta feel that the energy. If it's not working out, then I'll call the services and be like, okay, I need to find a shelter. This and the third. See if the trans community here can help me a little bit or whatever. But that's what I'm gonna do for sure. I was really scared when I got here. I thought I was gonna have to leave immediately. Like especially the first day, I was thinking like, oh man, I don't know if I can be here. I don't know if I can do this. I might have to leave, go somewhere else. But I'm okay right now being on the north side. Like I'm pretty chill, you know. So that's what's up. And the fact that people gave me money, like a lot of money, I was like, oh my God. Like he just handed me a whole 20. I was like, dang, like, this other lady, this black lady, well, she's probably mixed. I don't know what she is. She was light skinned. She gave me like, I don't know, a couple of dollars. Like, it was a lot. Like, it was a stack of like ones. I was like, damn. It was like, she's like, are you hungry? Are you homeless? I looked at her because people fuck with me, so I was just like, I do my thing. I get it in warrior mode, so I'm just like, not saying nothing, just checking up, seeing what's wrong with her. And she went like this. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, I mean, and then she was just like, here, and she gave it to me, and I put it in my backpack, and I was trying to turn around and like, God bless or whatever. But every time I say like God bless or something like that, they're all like, oh my God, I don't know. So, yeah, it's what it is. People think I'm like too nice or something. I don't know. Really don't care. Ooh. But yeah, this is going down. It's just that's really what I want to do. I want to get more into my transition. I want to get off these herbal hormones and take real ones because they work faster. And all that. I think the reason why my family's calling me is because I'm in Chicago now, Like, man, I guarantee my mom told my rest of my family, oh, he's a trans woman now. So, like, y'all gonna have to, man, I know everything. When you're gay or trans, your family fucking knew you were gay or trans when you were a child. You probably even told them. They just kind of like everything. My mom knew I'm a high level psychic, and I can, all that stuff you saw in Insidious. You can see spirits, all that. I know how to decode all that. Probably could one of these days for you on video, but yeah, decoded all that. You know what I'm saying? Like it really be like that. And then to find out in our own culture, in Nigerian culture, both my mom and my dad's tribe literally have this thing like where it's like, oh, if they're highly spiritually gifted or they're a seer or a psychic or a shaman, one of those, like we're supposed to like sacrifice them. They try to energy harvest your energy, they know you have high, strong, very strong spiritual like capabilities. Somebody's definitely in there. Somebody's here. Somebody gotta be here. Oh yeah, somebody's definitely here. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, so yeah, they know. They just they don't want you to know. They want to like drive you crazy. They want to do everything, all the negative things they gonna do to you. And so that's why it's like I had to come to realize it because I even like when like my mom basically stopped liking me. It's like that movie. It's like the movie in City. It's like at the end when she took the picture and she's like, "Why would you do that? Why would you?" Then try to choke her. It was like the same thing. Like my mom had that same type of energy. You know, I was like my sister's doing now. She's building up that same type of energy. You know, all my younger siblings completely turned against me completely. Like they went from like being cool with me, whatever, to like literally bad mouthing me. Like I was telling my sister the first time I came out the streets and came back to my mom's house, I was like, man, this is how it is out there, and da 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 da. I'm talking about real life at this point. My sister was like, well, that's how you like it. You like it like that. I'm like, I like it like that. Like, I'm not even offended. It's just like, are you even on planet Earth at this point? But at the time, I was like, oh my god, like, why would you be so negative towards me? You know what I mean? Why are you acting like I'm a crackhead instead of I'm just a hardworking man that's trying to be successful in life? Even right now, like when I told my mom I was leaving for Colorado, she didn't say like, "Oh, what happened here? This is what happened." She was like, "You just can't keep a job." Like you didn't even ask if I moved because of my job. You can't keep a job, so you just know what's happening when you literally don't know what's happening. That's how bad their spells have gotten, where it's just they're really crazy. And I had a friend told me a long time ago, maybe you're gonna start talking to them. And I was thinking, nah. Now I'm at a point where it's like, yeah, I think I might have to start talking to my family, like officially. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like people have problems with their family, but nah, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to literally stop talking to them. Like, even like, like I didn't go to Nigeria for my father's funeral because I heard my mom was trying to like leave me there. But how bitter and evil can you be? How weird, like you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? You know, my mom's would try to verbally abuse me, not as a child. I'm talking about as a grown adult. I was at her house. I was on the, doing what I'm doing. Moved here to the third. And next thing you know, like I'm back at the house. I need some help, bills. I'm back at the house, and she's trying to literally verbally abuse me. Like I was at work all day at the factory. Came home, trying to like make a bologna sandwich, and she's all talking about somebody left jelly on the counter, and da, 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 da. It had to be you. And I did you did that. You did that. I was looking at her like, you were home all day? Yes. I was like, well, did you see me? And she's like, oh. And I was like, yeah, like what? Like weird, like you know what I mean? Like really weird. Where it's like, are you mentally ill? What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? So nah, bro, really not. And yeah, a lot of Nigerian kids talk about this nowadays, like their parents and mental health and all that, but no. Some things are just like, hell no, I'm good. I'm not even gonna play these dumb games with y'all. At this point, it's a done deal, man. I'm too grown. It's over, man. So, yeah, I think it's time for me to kind of really not talk to the family no more. You know, hopefully, it doesn't kick me out for being here. I just closed those doors, so I was like, what the heck, man? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Somebody's obviously in the kitchen. It's weird that they're not saying anything. Like, oh, why are the doors closed? Like, they're not. I don't know. Some really weird stuff. But yeah, where we at? Hour and 36 minutes. Hmm. I really got nothing else to talk about. That's kind of it. We could do the whole pull up my phone and show y'all some things, but I'm okay on that. I think y'all are okay on it too. But yeah, that's what I'm just focusing on right now. Trying to get me a job, get my money back up. Money's looking pretty low right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's looking pretty low, where it's like, ooh, I mean, I could save it, be resilient, but you know, sometimes you need money to make moves and do certain things. So, but right now, also trying to see if this is a good place to live. I think it's a good place to live. Maybe, maybe not. I am on the north side. Who knows? How it is. Try to get a job. They're like, "Oh, you're black. Done with the black people." And then next thing you know, you're on the south side where all the crazy ass YNs. And you're just like, dude, you know. So yeah. And then again, maybe they're being nice to me right now because I am homeless and poor, and it's obvious. Because let's be honest, if I had a car, had some money, you think that people will treat me that type of way? I don't think so. They'd probably be angry, try to sabotage me for sure. You know, so I don't know. I really don't. Probably wants to go in there and just say hello and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Yeah, the door was open. I came in here, so I didn't see anybody, but Google Maps said it's a recreation center. So, but I'm pretty sure you can hear me. This place is not that, I don't know. It's a little weird though that like nobody's here. I don't know. It's really weird. It's really weird. Oh well. But yeah, we're just chilling, guys. Oh man, really chilling. Yeah, it's crazy because when I was in Colorado, I couldn't even like watch a movie or anything. I couldn't just chill, Like even here, it's more busy in the sense of people. It's still like I know I can chill. I know I can calm down. There's not nothing crazy going on. You know. But yeah, It's just not a heavy street culture. That's really what it is. You don't see any like people on the streets like just roaming around and just, and then there's not a lot of people walking around, so like it's clear. Whereas Colorado, you have people, everybody walks around. You got all these crackheads walking around, these YNs walking around. You don't know what's going on. You try to keep to yourself, but then like people start doing slick stuff. You know what I mean? While you're someplace, then they're there. You know, you move over here, they're over there. You know, I want people hanging out in gas stations, just all that ridiculousness. That's what I'm dealing with right now. That's what I'm dealing with. Just trying to save this money. Got to start budgeting. I'm also going to cut off. I already cut off one of my phones, but I'm gonna go ahead and probably just like budget this line right here. You know, so it's just phone calls. Maybe, maybe not. Only because like I don't know if I'm gonna get a job. You know, I gotta start saving everything. I got to. You know. Oh, crazy. Well, since I got you guys here, I'll talk about it. So like, I was watching The Nun last night. The Nun Two. I watched the first Nun already, and then like I watched The Nun Two last night. That movie was awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Like The Nun Two, story wise, it wasn't so scary, but like it wasn't like scary, but at the same time, like it was really like action packed to me. I liked the action. The action was amazing, and The Nun Two. And man, like I'm not gonna go all the way into it, but like what's significant the most to me was the ending scene, the ending fight scene or whatever. Really good, you know, highly spiritual. First of all, the nuns, she had said she was a saint or an angel first, and she was Saint Lucy, right? If you know anything about Lucy, Lucy really has to do with the pineal gland, which is basically the manifestation gland, right? It helps you like get amalgamated. Like everything that you see in the physical, or even you having in touch with your tune with your body, into matter itself, because they say matter is literally like 99% empty space. So how are you picking up items? How are you like touching things? How are you even like not facing through walls? Is the pineal gland. It keeps you linked to this, which is basically manifestation, right? But Lucy also is short for like Lucifer. And you know, there's different incantations of the devil. You got the devil, Lucifer, Satan, all these different things, right? Lucifer, some people believe, is like the female version. And then you look at the character, the nun, right, or whatever, the demon, whatever. She kind of looks like the same devil, whatever that was in like the Passion of the Christ. It's like all white, void of like sunlight type of person or something like that, right? So that was really significant to me. Um, what else? And in the movie, they had to get the eyes of Christ. I can't remember exactly what they said. I think it was the eyes of Christ, right? That was like the relic. And the eyes, right, close to the pineal gland, right, which is in between the crown chakra, right, and uh, what's it called? The eye chakra. I can't remember. I can't remember the name. Right, the eye chakra. So you focus on the energy of the eye chakra, right? Like it's about manifestation. You know, manifestation. And so basically being more attached to the physical realm. And why does she become all powerful while using this relic? Is because she's in the further or the dark zone, which is the lowest chakra, right beneath the red chakra, which is the root chakra, right, which is the land of the dead, or basically the second dimension. And if you know anything about the way light works, literal light, sunlight, it literally bounces off objects. So the way the spirit realm works is we all come from like a heavenly realm, but your energy goes all the way down to the second dimension and then illuminates from there, right? So you're like basically a sperm. So you can put on a petri disk and see the cells moving two dimensional. And then with your mother's womb, right, bam, it illuminates you. You come out of it, which is four-dimensional technology, but showing like your potential. So it's like two dimension and four dimension come together, collapse on each other, and create the third dimension, right? So that's why we live in the 3D. You get what I'm saying? So in the movie The Nun, her having the eyes, she's basically her power comes from like not her like level of the power, but like what she's using, the magic she's using is like that base chakra of the black. So that further energy. That's the reason why in the movie she had previously burned up the priest that was in the first movie. And in this movie she was literally about to burn up, I forgot the girl's name, but the other nun, you know what I'm saying, the white nun, she was gonna burn her up. Right? She put her on fire, but what is fire? What color is fire? It's usually orange, which is passion. And she's showing her passion for hate or her passion for Christ or God in this reality, because Christ and God, it's all about light energy, right? And the thing about light energy, I'm talking about really the Prince of Peace, which is the Messiah or the representative person for God, right? And God really just means like powerful frequency or powerful point of view, right? So that being their religion or what they're going based off of the Prince of Peace, peace has to do with brotherly love or love amongst men, amongst people. So it's like it's doesn't with the heart chakra. And the heart chakra is in between the three top chakras and the three lower chakras. See what I'm saying? So since she's a lower, she's below all that. She's not even in that dynamic on that spectrum. She's like all the way outside of it. It's basically like her dissing, right? It's about her dissing them, dissing that energy, that brotherly love energy, and that's why the survival. That's why you know when your dad ejaculates, like there's thousands of sperms, just like the souls, there's thousands of spirits in the spirit in the further, but everything's dark. You have to fend for yourself. That's how illumination works. That's why when you meditate, you close your eyes, you know, to become one with everything around you. But anyway, so yeah, you know, and so that's why in the movie, like, she was basically that's the fight you see basically happening right there, and it was basically when I don't know exactly because I don't know if there's a Nun 3. I don't know what if The Conjuring is the complete, but they showed a clip of the lady in The Conjuring and like the nun, like her mother was like, you know, oh, I never knew my mother, but she was like, oh, mom was like, I'll always be with you or something. And then the nun kind of freaked out. I don't know if the nun is actually her mom or whatever. I don't know, you know, but basically it got into her heart chakra, the actual, you know, the spirit of the nun, the demon, or whatever. It got into her heart chakra, and that took off her link, right, from the lower black chakra. So you know what I mean. But her passion, which is orange chakra, passion orange, that's what created the fire, and that's why she was burning her up. because she was still on the lower end of the chakra spectrum. So it was closer to the black. You can use survival, which is red, which is basically fire, colors of fire, red, orange, and yellow. You see what I'm saying? But because it was too close to the heart chakra, right? Even like, when you look at it, when she was getting burned, she pretty much burned up her legs, right? And so the fire going up to her legs, which is close to the solar chakra. And that soul is close to the heart chakra. And because it was close to the heart chakra, you know what I'm saying? Like, she linked with her, and then like she started having humanity, which tore off her power, because the eyes of Christ is the Prince of Peace. So the energy only works for people that are really like up here. You know what I mean? So it's a holy relic, even though it still has magical power in that regard, right? In all realms, because that's it was made by God, and God is point of view or a power of view. So you know what I'm saying? You got basically any spiritual component it wants to be put into, it can. You see what I'm saying? So that was that, and then well, and so when she lost the link, she dropped her on the ground, and then what actually kept her alive, right? Because she wasn't actually manifest; she's still in the spiritual form. The nun was actually still in spiritual form. But what manifested her was her be possessing, right, the little Frenchie, the little janitor guy. So it was like through his body, right, that those eyes of Christ allowed her to be manifested. You see what I'm saying? And so once she lost that link, because Frenchie's not a holy person, right? Remember in the movie he was always hitting on her, hitting on the nun, talking about, man, if you weren't a nun, that's being on the lower spectrum of the chakras, which most human beings are. You see what I'm saying? To live in the third density of this planet, you got to be on those. So she basically went below human form. She went back to like the spirit realm of the further, and because of that, it was like Frenchie's consciousness was able to notice what he was doing. That's why whenever he grabbed her, the little girl, he was trying to sacrifice her, just like Chucky, while he's trying to sacrifice, like in Child's Play, the movie Child's Play and all that, why he's trying to sacrifice a child, because it's about innocence. Innocence is closer to the spirit realm, but really the spirit realm is not necessarily the further, it's all realms, all possibilities of realms. And so that's what's going to make her stronger, consuming that spirit that's not illuminated enough, because it's encompassing in a child, a human child, basically a life form that's not experienced enough, and it's been wiped away of all its memories, right? Because it's being condensed into a human form. So, in so many words, he didn't stab her or sacrifice her, because Frenchie took over. Frenchie, his consciousness took over, because the nun was coming from the two-dimensional world of the black chakra underneath the red chakra, the chakras, right? She literally, like, her power went back down there. That's why you saw when the thorns came up, what color were the thorns? Black, shadows. But they were physical on the manifestation level, because, you know what I'm saying, she's still controlling him, and he's using the eyes of Christ to manifest her. So her power went back down. His consciousness took over the body. It was like in the head of the body, but since he's still a strong spiritual being, it still had control over him. So that's when, remember, the nun was like, oh, prior to that, I forgot the number one component. I have to say this. Like, you noticed, even a lot of Conjuring movies, because in this movie here, I was like, okay, like the black nun, right? The black girl. Like, why was she there? Like, what was her purpose? Like, and it's because black people, that melanin, right? And us being known for being highly spiritual, voodoo type things. It's about necromancy. And so it's almost like you'll always find in these insidious movies, The Conjuring, whatever, all that type of stuff. They always put black people in a situation, and anytime you see a black person in these movies, that's when like spiritual stuff starts to happen. Maybe it's not like it's like maybe like Easter eggs or something like that. It'll be like something small, right? But it's significant. So like remember like when she actually was first manifested, she like linked. She put the chain around the black girl's throat chakra. You see what I'm saying? Which is basically speaking into existence. And so she had to like chain around somebody who's melanated. That's why the whole reason why she was there in the first place. That's why she was like, "Sister, pray with me," because that black girl's magic literally was like a link to the automatic link to the spirit realm. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sacrifice any children. You don't do all that. So by her doing that with the sister, right? It called upon the relic, which is the eyes of Christ, which is in the heart chakra area, and that is the reason why it was able to activate while they prayed, because it's a holy relic. Demonic energies can't really be using it because it's above the heart chakra. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's used for. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's the reason why they prayed away the demon. You know what I'm saying? And locked it away and was able to lock it away by using the eyes of manifestation, aka the eyes of Christ, to wipe it away, to put it back into the two-dimensional world, or that black chakra. That's the reason why. That's how they defeated her. So, you know, really interesting. Like I saw that in the movie in the ending scene, and I was like, man, they really did that. I watched like 3 times. I was like, they really did that. Like everything, you know. Um, what else I got? I got a couple of downloads. I can say, like, yeah, like angry women. Like women are kind of crazy. They have the spirit of the black bride, and you're like wondering, but wait, well, it's because they have this co-option of masculinity, right, or toxic masculinity. That's what that's about. If you're raised to be a woman and you're really a man, you get what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have toxic masculinity because you're not really a real man. For example, if you're not good at playing soccer and you have to play soccer, right? You're gonna cheat, and that's essentially what I'm talking about. So these people are, these women usually have that demonic spirit because they feel like they're in a patriarchy, and that them being feminine is not conducive. So they'll have this false pretense of masculinity, which is basically toxic masculinity that they put up. Because I've seen it a lot. I mean, one time I was putting on lotion, and some woman that kind of acts like a thug or whatever, was like, "Oh, he's just lubing himself up." I'm like, she said specifically, "Oh, he's just greasing himself up." Why would you even say that? I see a guy say that because he probably wants to get in there, but you can't get in there. So why would you even say that? Saying that the crazy things that crazy you're saying crazy things that crazy men say, but you're not even a man. Crazy. So you know, so that's what it's telling you. It's the same vibe. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Um, and a lot of these men, right, are very predatory. And I started to realize that evil spirit is one and close with like Freddy Krueger, because even like in the spiritual, like sleep paralysis and things like that, like for the woman, you got like the old hag energy, and that's to have to do with losing youth. Why women try to look pretty all the time? That has to do with being useful, becoming more wise. But if you can't outwit somebody because they don't care about that, and you can't, seduce somebody with your looks, you're gonna be angry. You're gonna try to force it. AKA, you're gonna choke that person out, like the person that the Black Bride always had to do. And then for guys, you're always gonna try to kill or stab. And about thing about being in the patriarchy wants to destroy every other person's queer people, women. You know what I'm saying? Their hopes and their dreams. That's why Freddy Krueger attacks you in your dreams. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off. We're at 2 hours now. See you on the next one. Peace.